Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's got more angles than a geometry textbook and potentially more explosive than a fireworks factory run by raccoons. China's rise to superpower status. Now, before you hit that unsubscribe button faster than a politician fleeing a scandal, hear me out. We're not here to fearmonger or wave tiny flags. We're here to understand why China's influence is expanding faster than a teenager's Spotify playlist. Over the next 10 chapters, we'll be dissecting the factors propelling China towards global dominance, from its economic prowess to its technological leaps and everything in between. We'll explore the Belt and Road Initiative, a project so ambitious it makes the Great Wall look like a garden fence, and delve into the advantages of having a population larger than, well, a lot of things. So buckle up, grab your thinking caps, and maybe a stiff drink. Things are about to get fascinating. Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the top 10 reasons why China is poised to become the next superpower, overtaking the likes of Russia, the European Union, and America. For innovation. They've transformed from the world's factory floor into a hub of technological advancement, producing everything from smartphones to electric cars, with the efficiency of a well-oiled, communist-run machine. And this economic boom isn't just staying within China's borders. Oh no, it's spilling out into the world like an overflowing fortune cookie jar. Chinese companies are investing heavily overseas, their goods are everywhere, and their currency is gaining influence. Love it or hate it, China's economic might is reshaping the global landscape faster than a panda can demolish a bamboo buffet. Remember when made in China was synonymous with cheap knockoffs and questionable quality? Well, those days are gone faster than your privacy on a free app. China has undergone a technological revolution, transforming itself into a global leader in innovation. They're pouring money into research and development like it's going out of style, churning out patents faster than you can say intellectual property. From artificial intelligence to 5G networks, China is at the forefront of technological advancement, giving Silicon Valley a run for its money. And it's not just about catching up anymore, they're setting the pace. Companies like Huawei, Tencent and Alibaba are now household names, competing head-to-head with the tech giants of the West. They're developing cutting-edge technologies, attracting top talent and shaping the future of the digital world. This technological dominance isn't just about bragging rights, it's about economic power, military might and global influence. The future is digital and China knows it. Now, let's talk about a topic that always gets people a little bit nervous: military might. Like a nervous chihuahua at a dog park, China has been steadily building up its military capability. For decades, they've been investing heavily in modernizing their armed forces, developing advanced weaponry and projecting their power further afield. We're talking hypersonic missiles, aircraft carriers and a cyber warfare division that could probably hack your toaster oven from space. And while China maintains that its intentions are purely defensive, it's hard to ignore the growing shadow they cast on the global military stage. This military build-up has significant implications for the existing world order. It's shifting the balance of power, creating new alliances and raising tensions in hotspots around the globe. Whether it's the South China Sea, the Taiwan Strait or cyberspace, China's growing military presence is being felt everywhere. Now, before you start stocking your bunker with canned goods and bottled water, it's important to note that China has a long history of avoiding direct military conflict. They prefer to wield their influence through economic and diplomatic means, but as any good chess player knows, sometimes you need to have a strong rook to protect your king. Chapter 4, The Silk Road 2.0, China's Belt and Road Initiative. Imagine a project so ambitious, so vast it would make even the most seasoned civil engineer break out in a cold sweat. Well, dear viewers, you don't have to imagine it because it's already happening. It's called the Belt and Road Initiative, and it's China's audacious plan to reshape global trade and geopolitics. Think of it as a 21st century Silk Road on steroids. We're talking massive infrastructure projects, from ports and railways to pipelines and power grids spanning across continents and connecting China to the rest of the world. It's like a giant game of connect the dots, with China holding the marker and the rest of the world wondering what the picture will look like when it's finished. The scale of this initiative is genuinely mind-boggling. We're talking trillions of dollars in investments involving over 70 countries and impacting billions of people. It's a bold move by China to secure its economic future, strengthen its global influence, and reshape the world in its image. Of course, not everyone is thrilled about China's grand ambitions. Critics argue that the Belt and Road Initiative is a debt-trap diplomacy, saddling developing countries with unsustainable loans and giving China undue influence. Chapter 5. A billion strong China's population powerhouse. Let's talk about people power. And no, I'm not talking about some hippie commune attempting to overthrow the government with interpretive dance. I'm talking about China's most abundant resource, its people. With over 1.4 billion citizens, China boasts the largest population on the planet, a demographic behemoth that presents both opportunities and challenges. On the one hand, this vast pool of humanity represents an enormous domestic market for Chinese businesses. That's a lot of consumers for goods, services, and the occasional questionable online purchase. It also means a vast workforce fueling China's manufacturing might and driving its economic engine. But it's not just about sheer numbers. China is also experiencing a surge in education levels and skilled professionals. They're churning out engineers, scientists, and entrepreneurs faster than you can say Silicon Valley. However, this massive population also presents significant challenges. Providing healthcare, education, and employment opportunities for 1.4 billion people is no walk in the park. It's like trying to herd a billion cats, except these cats need jobs, healthcare, and probably a decent Wi-Fi connection. Chapter 6. Factory to the world, China's manufacturing dominance. From the clothes on your back to the smartphone in your hand, chances are good that something you own was made in China. For decades, China has been the world's factory floor, churning out goods at an astonishing rate and flooding the global market with everything from cheap plastic toys to high-end electronics. This manufacturing prowess is a key pillar of China's economic might. It's created millions of jobs, boosted their exports, and cemented their position as a global economic powerhouse. Walk into any Walmart, Target, or even your local mom-and-pop shop, and you'll be greeted by a sea of products stamped with the familiar Made in China label. But China isn't content with just being the world's factory anymore. They're moving up the value chain, shifting from low-cost manufacturing to high-tech industries. They're investing heavily in automation, robotics, and advanced manufacturing techniques, aiming to become the world leader in innovation and quality. Now, let's talk about a topic that tends to make Western observers a bit squeamish: China's political system. China is, of course, a communist state, a one-party system ruled by the Communist Party of China with an iron fist, a velvet glove, and probably a detailed spreadsheet for good measure. This centralized system, while often criticized for its human rights record and lack of democratic freedoms, has been remarkably effective in maintaining stability and driving economic growth. The government can implement policies swiftly, quash dissent with ruthless efficiency, and maintain a level of social control that would make George Orwell blush. This stability is a double-edged sword, of course. While it's been a boon for economic development, it comes at the cost of individual liberties and political freedoms. There's no freedom of speech, no freedom of the press, and definitely no freedom to criticize the government without expecting a knock on your door from some very serious-looking individuals. Remember those cheesy 80s movies where the nerds inherit the earth? Well, China seems to have taken that to heart because they're investing in education and cultivating talent like it's going out of style. They're pumping money into their education system, building world-class universities and churning out highly skilled graduates faster than you can say summa cum laude. These aren't just your average graduates either. We're talking engineers, scientists, mathematicians and entrepreneurs armed with top-notch educations and a hunger to make their mark on the world. They're the brains behind China's technological advancements, the driving force behind its economic growth, and the future leaders of this rising superpower. China understands that in the 21st century, knowledge is power. They're playing the long game, investing in their people and reaping the rewards. From the bustling ports of Shanghai to the sprawling factories of Guangzhou, China has become the beating heart of global trade. They're the world's largest exporter, shipping everything from smartphones and sneakers to heavy machinery and medical equipment to every corner of the globe. But it's not just about exports. China is also a voracious consumer, gobbling up raw materials, energy, and luxury goods like a panda at an all-you-can-eat bamboo buffet. This insatiable appetite has made China a vital trading partner for countries around the world, wielding enormous economic influence. This reliance on Chinese trade has, of course, raised concerns about overdependence and potential vulnerability. When China sneezes, the global economy catches a cold, as evidenced by the recent trade wars and supply chain disruptions. Here's a plot twist you might not have seen coming. China, often portrayed as the world's biggest polluter, is quietly becoming a leader in renewable energy. They're investing heavily in solar power, wind energy, and electric vehicles, aiming to green their economy and dominate the industries of the future. This shift towards renewable energy is driven by a combination of factors, from concerns about pollution and climate change to a desire to secure energy independence and dominate emerging markets. They're installing solar panels faster than you can say photosynthesis and building wind turbines taller than skyscrapers. This green revolution is not without its challenges, of course. China still relies heavily on coal for its energy needs, and transitioning to a more sustainable energy system will require a Herculean effort. But make no mistake, China is serious about becoming a green superpower, and that's something the whole world should be paying attention to. So there you have it, folks. 10 reasons why China is poised to become the world's next superpower. From its economic might and technological prowess to its military build-up and global ambitions, China is a force to be reckoned with. But this isn't a foregone conclusion. China faces significant challenges, from internal social and economic pressures to external geopolitical tensions. The path to superpower status is rarely smooth, and China's journey will be no exception. What's clear is that China's rise will have profound implications for the world. How this rising superpower chooses to wield its influence will shape the 21st century and beyond. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Let us know in the comments what you think about China's rise to superpower status.